Hi everybody, Bob Hui here from Wild Rose, and my special guest tonight is Valerie, who's our VP of Membership. And Valerie, welcome.
Thank you so much for that, Bob. It was really a pleasure speaking to you and being interviewed here.
Well, let's hope other people enjoy it as much as we do. That's at least the idea behind this is to share these so we can say to people, hey, look at the amazing people that are members of Wild Rose Toastmasters, and this is one you should talk to if you want to become a member. you know, and take it from there. So, one of the things I've asked everybody when I've been doing this so far is tell us a little bit about your Toastmaster journey and why you came to Wild Rose.
It was a long time ago since I've known Toastmaster. It was also quite popular in my hometown, which is the Philippines. I've been in and out. I didn't have the confidence before when I was a kid. Well, basically I was the mascot there. But when so it just blossomed. It became my go-to when I needed to have confidence in speaking and just be with people that have experience. After that, I went to BC, become a member of sorry Civic, and it was really nice because you gain a lot of friends, but at the same time, too, you enjoy the process, and you don't actually know that because you're with these great people who have positive minds, you're inculcating different skill set, but at the same time having fun. What I meant is you acquire this one, and it's not only you gain it for the benefit of gaining it, but you benefit also of sharing this talent to other people,
Mhm.
sharing who a Toastmaster is. And after that, I went to Wild Rose because I was seeking for wisdom, honestly. and it was really hard to leave another club, which is also wonderful, but I guess it what you seeks attracts you too.
Yeah.
And and what attracts me to Wild Rose are the people there. They're very humble, but at the same time you learn a lot. And one thing that I'm really grateful for is having that wisdom in and gaining and having access to those wisdom, because as they say, wisdom is more valuable than gold. And I'm just grateful and honored and humbled that I'm able to tap to these people who are really great, fun to be with, and that made me decide right from the first get go, from the first visit, that this is the club for me because it's what I seek. That's where I find my home, and I'm really honored and grateful just to be with, I would say, the fun giants.
Well, we were certainly glad to have you come visit, even more so when you came and joined. And then we put you to work and put you on the executive this year too, as VP membership. So you've been doing that now for, let's see, it's August now when we're recording this. You've been since July. What's been the fun part about being VP membership for Wild Rose?
Honestly, I thought it was inviting people was never my talent. But I guess having the support of other executives and having the coach of a previous international president who was also the VP of membership gave me the confidence. And I actually did enjoy it. It's like following the leader. That's what I'm doing now. Cuz because I'm just following what Ken did and building up from there.
Yeah.
And I guess having access to that is actually really great because like if there's something that I'm not really sure of, I could check with him and like have his feedback.
Mhm.
And I guess that that was easy for me to say yes to the role, and yes that I'm really enjoying it. And talking to different people also is really fun. I didn't realize that, but
Really, yeah,
I
people
just
can
have to.
be fun, It's funny that it goes.
No, that's true.
I know. I discovered that a long time ago. That's why I'm still in Toastmasters after all these years, because of the people.
That's why I knew there's a reason why whenever because I usually would commute in Vancouver. I didn't have the car for the longest time. But somehow the person beside me, I would know because I really like to chat with people. And I guess like it's a gift. I didn't realize until it was formalized and trained. So now we're making good use of it.
Well, it's and that's good to hear too. The other thing that's kind of neat was the fact that, and I've said this publicly, it's nice to see some people that are a little bit younger coming and joining the club for two reasons. One, you have a different viewpoint than some of us who are older. You know, both are valid, but it's nice to have two ways of looking at things. It's the other thing that's kind of fun is I think you bring some good energy to the club as well. And that too is helpful.
Oh, thank you. And I'm also honored that I'm working with everyone. It's just having feedback on what I do, things, and honestly, I didn't feel everyone is old. It's actually just a number.
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's just a number. Some people are young, but like they're old in mindset. So I'm just saying that our club is young at heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is. And but the reality in life is, as I mentioned at the potluck, we're aging. I mean, we're physically, my mind is still good. My body is wearing out in some places. So, and I'm acknowledging that because I notice it. I feel things that I didn't feel before. Like all of a sudden going up the stairs, my legs hurt. That never happened 10 years ago. So, it's a reality in life. Things change, but it's nice to see people coming involved that will help this club continue another 40 years because we just
Oh,
celebrated the 40th anniversary. And, chances are I'm not going to be here for the next one.
we'll not talk about that, but my and
Well,
mothers, you
no,
have
it's not a big deal.
mom.
It's just the reality that, you know, I'm probably not going to be here at 125 years old. So, or whatever it is, 115 years old. But maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be like Peter and just keep coming forever, in which case then that'll be wonderful.
Yeah, that's true. It's you know what they said, like the secret of living longer is being young or thinking
I
young,
think so.
because
I think so.
that's true. My grandmother said that. It was a wisdom coming from her that.
Oh, well, there's some truth to it. I think if when you start thinking old, you start getting old.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I've discovered with Toastmasters is it keeps you fresh. It keeps your brain working. And when you're bouncing ideas off people and listening to people giving you evaluations, going, oh, how do I apply that? And that kind of stuff. It keeps you fresh.
That's
And
true.
that's a good thing,
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward to doing this for a long time yet. And
Me
hopefully
too.
and you'll be there for a long time too.
Yes, I have no choice because I really like the no, honestly, I really like the club, and it's just what you acquire, you
Yeah.
want to share. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So,
that's actually mantra. It's it's the same that I'm learning. I'm having wisdom, but like I also want to share wisdom with other people because that's how it should be.
yeah. And there's some truth to that. As you give it, you get more.
But
It's kind
not
of like you can't get it out of an empty cup. You got to pour it out in other people, and then somebody else fills your cup.
that's true. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, honestly.
So let me ask you a question. What do you actually do for a living?
I'm a project manager.
Okay.
Uh Really, and also an analyst. So delegation, but at the same time analytics too. And I enjoy my work. I love what I'm doing
And how has Toastmasters helped you in your work?
a lot. The discipline, the organization, and how I talk with different people. Because in Toastmasters, you don't realize that it's it's like having a cup. It's like practicing, but
Yeah.
you're practicing safe space, and
Yeah.
you're getting all this feedback, and you don't know that that could be used in different avenues in your life.
Yeah.
Say when, and this is just with my previous experience, when you're doing an agenda, right? And then you have to prepare for a meeting. It's the same as preparing a meeting at work. You
Hmm.
have to know what points you're going to be talking through. And at the same time, to the times, right? Those times are limited.
Hmm.
And you have to do and screw the point, sell it, be an elevator speech. And you do that by practicing, and you could do that in Toastmasters. What I specifically love about Toastmasters is they time you, because
Hmm.
that's a, and that is a practice that you don't really get right on the spot, but if you practice it every now and then, you'll have the feel of it. It's like riding a bike, right? Like leadership is honestly practice too. You have to, you could get rusty, right? Like if you talk nonsense,
Yeah.
um you'll get rusty at talking and speaking even for a month if you haven't done that. And what is nice about Toastmasters is you don't get rusty, number one. Number two is, iron sharpens iron.
Hmm.
So because people in Toastmasters are very genuine, and this is just my personal experience, they give you those golden nuggets or feedback. You get the best out of the best. And at the same time too, you could share this with everyone.
Hmm.
So Toastmasters is like having MBA in steroids, but you get to put that at work. It's the same discipline, the same transferable skills, and you could apply it in your work. And I've seen other people, not at work, but they do establish business. And to tell you, these people are um how would they say this? They're successful
Hmm.
because not they have confidence. Toastmaster also gives you the skill. Skill is not a talent. Yes, talent is needed, but like if you don't use your talent, it will rust. If you have the talent, it's even better because you're already up here. But if you don't have the talent, you could develop talent honestly and go up here. So imagine if you have talent and you could talk. I'm not saying I don't have talent, but my talent is kind of here and then it goes up. So and it's just eh, I call it magical. I don't know what happened, but if you're not organized, Toastmaster will fix you. If in a nice way, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
But one thing that is nice about Toastmaster, it will keep you humble and
Yeah.
always, because I think that's the secret. You have to be open minded. You have to be humble for
Yeah.
you to go masters, and you could transfer that to your skills. And I assure you, just pray too. Everything will. It's a magical formula.
There you go. Well, as Michelangelo said in his 80s, he said, and I quote, "And yet I am still learning." This is a guy who did all the stuff that he did in his life, and in his 80s, he was still learning. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that's like it's like Peter Kosselin, who's 94, telling me that he's still learning, or Neil Wilkinson, who's in his 80s, who's still learning. you know and I think hopefully that's part of what we do in Wild Rose is we challenge people to learn, we help them learn, and we encourage them to push themselves to be better than they could be when they first came.
No, that's true. As they said, right? Like I did ask actually Peter because because some people wouldn't want to ask because they're afraid to ask. But Peter said that you have to ask because you're gaining, I think, three things, and I forgot because my memory is just not that sharp today. But like you gain skill, you gain also favor,
Yeah,
and then time too you gain knowledge. So why wouldn't you ask? Just
yeah,
ask in a way, and it will actually be granted. At least you've asked, you've tried. That's the most
yeah.
important.
Oh, yeah. And the bottom line is the worst they can do is say no.
Yeah.
And most of the people don't say no unless they're time sensitive or whatever. In my life, I've been very fortunate. People have said yes when I've asked for help a lot. And it's allowed me to do some pretty amazing things over the years. So, that's the key thing. It's like it's even like with this little project of asking our members to say, "Hey, come, let's talk for 15 or 20 minutes," and then I'll share that with the world and say, "Hey, come and hang out with Val. She's a great lady. She's part of our club. In fact, not only that, but she's our membership VP this year. She'll sign you up if you want to be part of our club." So
That's
there you
true.
go. I want to thank you very much for doing this. I want to remind anybody who's watching this, Wild Rose meets the last Thursday of the month, with the exception of June and December. We have special meetings those 2 months, but you're more than welcome to come and join. And as I said a couple of times, if you're interested in becoming a member, this is the young lady you want to talk to. So thank you very much, Val.
Thank you so much, Bob. It was really nice talking to you, and it's actually a great pleasure working with you. As the president, I'm learning so much.
My pleasure. Bye bye now.
Bye.